Yo, what up, man? Chris, somebody checking in, man, back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button anyway, and I appreciate all the support, man. Hope everybody is having a good weekend. Salute to everybody. It looks like Cassidy dropped a diss track versus Easy, and I'm actually kind of getting ticked off with this whole situation, bro. I got to be real with you because, you know, I'm seeing that. Salute to TBL. I know they got the WTBL tournament that's going down, and I did watch the tournament. I'll recap it and talk about the tournament as well. But the fact that like Cassidy does a diss track, I mean, can we get the battle, bro? Like I gotta be real. I don't know how many people are on board saying that they want to hear the rest of the rounds. I still want to hear the rounds. You know what I'm saying? I definitely still want to hear the rounds. And I just feel like I don't just like incomplete battles, man. I'd rather not have seen any of the battle and it was like canceled than to just get part of a battle and you just sitting out there, you don't know what's going on with what. And I feel like every day that passes and TBL doesn't address it, it's like ridiculous. And Cassidy starts off, bro, this is what Cassidy starts off in the very beginning. Look. Dope graphics, you know what I'm saying? Stepping on the Pottsville pigeon, the goat, all that kind of stuff. This is what he's saying.
Ass nigga Easy ran out the first location, was scared to get out the truck at the second location. Now he just scared to battle, period.
Now he just scared to battle, period. First of all, I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe it. You not, like, say what you want to say about Easy. I don't believe he's scared to battle. I got to keep it real with you. So it's like these narratives that are thrown out there, whether they're in diss tracks or interviews or whatever, we got to put these narratives to rest. We got to put these narratives to rest because you really, in this diss track, is carrying it like somehow Easy is holding up the battle. Then you go on Twitter, Easy's tweeting about it, and he's acting like, oh, you got time to you got time to do a diss track, but you don't have time to call TBL and reschedule the battle. So obviously he's feeling like you're holding up the battle. TBL, who is holding up the battle, bro? TBL, you are the only people in the middle that can clear this up. Who's holding up the battle and what's going on? Who's being a diva at this point? Who's being a drama queen at this point? Who is being, anal at this point and trying to make all these crazy demands? Is Easy not trying to go down to Atlanta? Is Cassie not trying to come back up to Philly? Is Cassie trying to get every bit of his bread before he even does the battle with Easy as opposed to after the battle like normal battle rappers? What's going on? Start putting these dudes under the bus, bro. Do not be saving these people because they're not going to save you. The history will show if this battle never gets done, it's always going to be a black eye to TBL. Even more than the other people, because we're never going to know what's going on. And eventually, Easy is going to blame Cassidy and TBL. Cassidy is going to blame Easy and TBL. So why is TBL in the middle? All y'all try to do is book the battle. Why would y'all be blamed? Y'all try to book the battle, reschedule the battle, talk to this person, because the battlers are being divas. And all I want to know at this point, who's being the most diva, man? Who is lying in these blogs? Because Cassie is saying one thing, Easy is saying one thing. Both these niggas be lying, though. Both these niggas are liars, bro, at the end of the day. Both these niggas be lying at the end of the day. TBL, who's telling the truth? Who's being a diva? I'm not buying Easy don't want to battle. I'm not buying that. It's too much money on the back end for him not to battle. Why would he not want to battle? Why would you write your raps to not battle? That doesn't make sense. Maybe you don't want to battle under your terms. Maybe you don't want to battle under his terms. It's a lot. The fact that this ain't even just a short, bro, this track's almost 7 minutes long. Let's get into the track, man.
I'ma diss him on Easy. I knew this shit was over from the start, cause you weird. Just play your part. Your teeth was spread apart and you had parts in your bed. When Zan stole your rock money, Lady Caution was dead. I'm here to share what part of the earth you started at birth. It was easy. easy, not hard to research that you from Philly cat. First I called De Niro, like, is this weirdo from Philly black? Then we called Gilly Jack. He called you a fraud, holding Philly back. In Philly, I do it bigger than Gilly had. Out Germantown, you ain't really trapping, go earn the money. Yo, to make $1 play Euro, no German money. When Ab fired them shots, he got the burner from me. Seeing niggas hit with an M16 or turn a tummy. You need attorney money, they investigate your case. Never take the bait and try to give an explanation. Wait, Anthony, I can't redecorate your face. Leave you stinking like milk past the expiration date. I know your bro Sco show dedication great, but that asshole could get drug preparation age. I stay with white girl, this is the segregated state, so I will do my numbers like a registration plate. His reputation fake, he never shot a gun. I'll give any nigga a Benji that could tell me what block he from. My home where Stallone shot Rocky 1, but where Aki from? Nowhere near where Muslim Poppy from. You Muslim, but where Mashi from? You switched your pitch in religion, sitting there at Christmas tree with your bitch, flicking pics. How you make Salat to make a Christmas list? You a hypocrite, just submit, pat, split your shit. And your chick that dip brag that you had good credit. I'd rather cash and I'd rather have hood credit. I beat a body, I'm solid, the whole hood said it. You got body to make Geechee Gotti and Suge edits. Get Trump Beach Club.
You got body. I beat a body, but you got body to make Geechee Gotti and Should edit. Oh man, you know, Cassidy really did his homework on Easy, bro. Like everything that you thought might have slipped through the radar, like the Christmas pick. You know, obviously you got the Pat Punch and everything, the Muslim Poppy stuff, the edits on the Suge video that people that you know Suge and them was complaining about when that happened. I'm just like, yo, you really, you know, even your girl said you got good credit. That was something Easy put out that he had like a really high credit score. I don't know if maybe Ren might have put that out or something. I'm like, yo, you really was studying Easy before the battle, which I'm not mad. I'm not saying that that's not what you're supposed to do, but a lot of stuff that just regular bloggers talked about, I can see you kind of in tune with all of this stuff. As far as the diss track, the beat is cool. I'm not mad at the beat. Some of the bars is cool. A couple bars are out. Did he say you could get your asshole drug like Preparation H? No, he ain't say that. But let me see. Let's continue to play the whole thing.
I fight dudes, Ice Cube, you got D-Bold, and D-Bold stopped you from choking dude. You would afford an E when Twerk told you he was stroking dude. Your eyes watered E. I supported E, gave you enough to buy a quarter key, then ghost wrote for you at my stew when you recorded E. I read a little bit of your verse and the whole chorus E, then sent you to the store for some backwoods and some waters E. Why you say you from anywhere you can afford to be? Bitch, I'm living in your head, mortgage free. You a tourist, capping, acting like you from the city. Stop chill, you from Pottsville, far from the city. So how he run the city? I cannot allow the lies. From the city to where he from is a 2-hour drive. But this coward tried to beat Columbus and colonize. This a clean body like somebody in the shower died. For the powder pies, you could get tossed inside the trunk. I ride on E, he get every shell inside the pump. I've been waiting to...
I ride on E, he get every shell inside the pump. Okay, shell gas.
Stop for months and defeat you, pussy. Don't hide you from the outskirts, we could see you, pussy. I talked to Walker and Reed and they agreed you, pussy. You let your chick take the lead, she'll mislead you, pussy. You eat the cat right, then rap like she feed you, pussy. This might have her fucking tight like she Kegel, pussy. Keep it a Benji, she had to leave you, pussy.
I know diss track, bro. I gotta keep it real. Y'all actually pissing me off. Y'all actually pissing me off, man. That y'all are doing diss tracks and we not getting no battle. I'm actually getting ticked off. The diss track is cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's alright. It's cool. I mean, what does it prove, Cass? I gotta keep it real. Yeah, you can maybe beat Easy on a diss track. You already beat him with the Easy Come, Easy Go on a diss track. Don't want to hear no more diss tracks, bro. If you not gonna battle Easy, I would have just rather you just spit your bars. I would have rather you just be like, yo, we not doing the battle. Here go rounds 2 and 3 that I was gonna spit a cappella or something. Just in the studio with Hip Hop Is Real. That's the next move to do. That's the next move to do right there. Because doing a diss track, I mean, I don't really see the point. Like, what you doing a diss track? You're not gonna pick up the rest of the bag. You're not gonna battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And I'm starting to feel like this is a little on Cassidy, bro. I told you Cassidy was not liking the way Easy was controlling the situation in the beginning, not letting people in, getting people kicked off cars, doing all that kind of stuff, you know, leaving the venue before Cassidy did, even though the venue was about to close, not getting out of the truck or whatever when they moved to the other venue. And, you know, I'll get out the truck if me and Cassidy battle one-on-one with just his security and my security. And Cass like, no, we battle in Philly for a reason so there can be a crowd, I guess. And then him leaving, I guess Cassidy was feeling like, yo, who are you to be dictating a battle, bro? I'm the A side, you the B side. I let you get away with too much stuff. You already got damn near 10% of Philly can't get in the building. Who are you to be allowing, for me to even be allowing you to carry this battle like this? And since then, I think he's just been anal about everything. Do the battle in Atlanta. Whoever come is whoever come. See the battle, and I want all my bread in case he pulls some finagle stuff and don't show. So pay me now or pay me before I rap, and that way if we get into a fight, if something happened, we don't do the battle, he leave, he never show, he do this, I got my money. And why would TBL pay all your money, bro, before the battle? Why would they do that? Niggas already getting over on them anyway. They better chill on that. So why would TBL pay you all your bread? And I think that's, from what I'm hearing, is going on. So I got to ask yourself why. This seems like an easy fix. Y'all show up, y'all battle, and then y'all get your back in. This is not algebra, bro. This is not trigonometry. This is not algebra. This seems like an easy fix. Unless Cassidy is just comfortable winning the war. Unless Cassidy is just comfortable winning the war. Because he won the war. Nobody really thought Cassidy was better than Easy battling. If you go into the battle and you pick who was going to win and you did a poll, most people would have picked Easy. Okay, the promo comes out. Cassidy looks a lot better. Easy is, you know, getting the damage put on him through the promotion of Cassidy. But most people looked at Easy as the better battler. So if you're not going to win the battle, can you win the war? And Cassidy won the war, because even though it may be Cassidy's fault right now that the battle hasn't happened, and maybe it was a little of Easy's fault in the beginning to some people or whatever, at the end of the day, you still look at Cassidy as a little the same. He's Cassidy. He's a little outdated. He has great promo. He's the energy. You know, he's funny in interviews. That's kind of how he's been the entire time he's been back in battle rap. Some people don't look at Easy the same. Some people look at him as the blame for why the battle didn't happen. Some people look at him as like, oh, you got a brother who's a rat that you kind of disown. Some people look at him like that. Oh, the pictures of Zan came out, whether you co-sign it or not, or even F with it or not, the picture still came online, and they would have never came online had he not have battled Easy. It wouldn't came out. The Pottsville angle, now people are wondering whether or not he's really from Philly. And even if you got him from Philly, because even if he was born in Germantown and all that, I don't even feel like he was raised here. He still haven't given you a block, so some people are going to feel that. And it doesn't look like that even if he was trapping, which he says in his bars, it doesn't appear he was trapping in Philly. It looks like, yeah, you might have sold some drugs, but you wasn't selling them in Philadelphia. You were selling them on the outskirts, way out with some white boys. That's what it's starting to really look like. You got Easy doing all this explaining, going to get birth certificates and all this other stuff. That's the war part. That's the war part, bro. Easy show, and it had to affect him. It had to affect Easy. He showed up with not one piece of Philly gear on, bro. This nigga, I can go back to his last 5 battles or pull up the majority of his battles since he been battling on the trenches and Chrome in Philly. He's always wore some Philly. Nigga showed up with some Godspeed shit on. He didn't even show up in any Philly shit. And then the next day at his own event, he still showed up with no Philly stuff. So that had to play in your mind when you get dressed like, damn, what am I wearing to the battle? I ain't gonna put no Philly stuff on because niggas on this Potfield shit. All that stuff plays a part. All of it plays a part. He comes to a battle in his hometown of Philadelphia and he doesn't have really any Philly friends with him. He shows up with Dre Majesty, who he met through battle rap, LMD, some other person that's on the trenches or whatever, Skull. And it's just like, you don't really got no Philly friends, like no regular friends that you just like, oh, I'm in my hometown, pull up and do the battle. That's the war part. That's the war part. I think it's safe to say Easy was born in Germantown, so he probably, to some people, if you're born there, you can be from Philly. But to some people, it's like, no, it's where you grew up at, and we don't believe you grew up here. So to some people, the war matters. And if Cassidy is even able to turn 25 to 30% of the people against Easy from what it was before, you kind of won the war. Are you comfortable, Cassidy, not doing a battle because you got a decent amount of upfront money and you won the war? And maybe deep down inside, you ain't gonna really win the battle. I don't know if you can beat Easy for 3 rounds. It's possible. You could possibly win in a round. I don't know. It's hard for me to really, people are all over the place on that first round because, Cassidy's, a lot of stuff he said in the first, obviously the brother angle, he talked about Mav, which is a big story right now, that he had a couple Mav bars. So a lot of things, kind of people are looking at that first round differently. I actually had gave the first round to Easy, but when you watch it back, Cassidy's round sounded a little bit better now that his brother came out and spoke, and now that the Mav stuff came out, now it's like, damn, you was kind of saying some stuff that might have been a little far-fetched, like the expert opinion. It was my expert opinion that it kind of just seemed like you was just saying some shit off the cuff, and then all this Mav stuff come out, and it's like, maybe it wasn't off the cuff. Like who telling you this stuff and where you getting this stuff from? Even if it's not true, it's just the fact that all of these things play out. Is it really a knock, honestly, against Easy if his brother is a rat? No. What that got to do with Easy though? Your brother's a rat. Okay, cool. Yeah, it just mean a member of your family ain't solid or something or whatever the case may be. But you went in a space and you said, why you calling my brother a rat? You don't got no paperwork on him. Bro, you know your brother a rat. Like, I think sometimes Easy makes stuff worse on him than what he needs to do. He could have just been like, yeah, my brother a rat. What they got to do with me? He could have just said it. But that's all the war part, though. And it's starting to seem like, Cassidy, to be honest with you, you just getting comfortable winning the war, bro. I don't even know if you really want to do the battle.
You got me.
I got it. It kind of don't make sense that Easy isn't doing a battle. It just kind of don't make sense. Like, all he does is battle rap. I mean, he probably got some other stuff going on, but he's a battle rapper. You're an artist and a battle rapper, and I kind of feel like you dibble and dabble in the culture, get your money, and then you bounce. I kind of feel like you might just be comfortable with the war, bro. You probably think you won the battle. You probably think it's one round. Like, even if you won the first round in your eyes, you probably be like, yo, I beat him. I won the battle. Bro, that's not the battle, bro. Whoever won the first round didn't win the battle. At the very most, you just won the first round. You can't carry it like you beat him in a battle, or he can't carry it like he beat you in a battle. I haven't been able to figure out a way why Easy would not want to be doing everything he can to do the battle. I just feel like it's too much money on the back end for him not to do it. It should be too much money on your end not to do it. So either you already got all your money, or you're trying to get all your money and TBL just don't want to give you all your money, and you just standing firm on that. Either way, Why would Easy not want to do the battle though? I mean, let's just say he's picking up $25,000 on the back end. Why would you not want to go pick that money up? So, and clearly he's obviously stating that he hasn't been paid and that's a battle. So for me, I'm starting to wonder, bro, I don't really know if finishing this battle, I'm not saying you won't do it. I don't know if it's a priority. And if it's not a priority, it's a problem. It's a problem. If this ain't a priority for anybody, it's a problem. If it ain't a priority for Easy, TBL, or Cassidy, it's a problem. And I don't know if it's a problem. When I see you do a diss track, I'm starting to think you don't care about the battle. Putting this out is kind of like, yo, I just want to chastise you, troll you. Bro, we passed that phase, bro. We passed this extra promo stuff. We just want to see the battle now. And if we not getting a battle, then somebody need to come out and say who is the culprit as to why the battle isn't going down. Like, everybody obviously got blamed, but something's holding it up now, and who the fuck is it? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to feel like it's Cassidy.
Chris, bias. Man, subscribe to the channel, man. Don't be a hater your whole life. Chris, bias.